If you're in the restaurant business, this reading's definitely for you, Capricorns. But even if you're not, there's a sense of having this theme for your week or this reading having something to do with the restaurant business. Maybe you guys are going to a lot of restaurants, or maybe you're in that business or a catering business, because I heard, first of all, almôndega, which means meatball in Portuguese, and I also heard lucro, which means lucrativeness and profit. So, and then looking down here, we've got the Queen of Pentacles reversed with the Eight of Swords. It could be that you guys are getting a lot of takeout. You guys are going to restaurants a lot as the Queen of Pentacles reversed. But the Queen of Pentacles reversed can also be the standoffish boss. So if you work in the restaurant business, either you're dealing with somebody who is standoffish, who kind of like doesn't really get in on the floor and do the dirty work, okay? That's the type of person who you're dealing with, or the way you're acting if you're in that industry. And with the Eight of Swords, this person doesn't see that they're doing it, or you don't notice that you're doing this, that you're either going to restaurants a lot, or that you're acting in this way. Could be actually two different groups of people. And one group was working in restaurants, and some of you are just going to a lot of restaurants or that kind of place. It doesn't have to be like a restaurant. Maybe it's fast food, you know. You're getting food out, but it's showing up as a luxury that you're not really paying attention to. Like maybe you go every day and you don't even see how much money you spent. But looking down here, Queen of Cups, the World, and the Four of Swords is serving other people too. It's like somebody sits at the table and waits. Queen of Cups. The World is a meeting place, so like a restaurant, or like I said, fast food place. And then Four of Swords is more waiting. There's 2 counts of waiting here, and then a Queen of Wands where you have the say. So like kind of like when someone takes your order, you have the say as the Queen of Wands, but then you also have to wait, and it's a meeting place. This is definitely talking about a restaurant, or maybe if it's not a restaurant, maybe it's just a place of business where there is this kind of a service where you order something and then you have to wait, and it is a public place, and then it's given to you after a while. Maybe you either work in that kind of a field, or maybe you guys use this kind of a service a lot. Let's try to find out more by pulling oracle cards. Actually, on the bottom, before we do that, we've got the Six of Pentacles, which is giving and taking of money. So this is like literally money coming in, money going out, you know, like a business. So it's giving me business vibes with the Six of Pentacles here. Like I said, let's pull the oracle cards. But let's not forget the meatball. You know, that's what really got me thinking about the restaurant, because, you know, that's obviously a food, maybe Italian food is specifically what you guys are eating right now. The sun. So I feel like this is more about going out to restaurants than it is working in the restaurant industry. The sun. The sun is what you do when you're having fun or enjoying yourself. Let's see what else there is. Yeah, because look, we have the brain and the coal. That's kind of like not really thinking about this, or maybe it's like you're too busy to think about your eating habits, right? Like if you're so busy on your day-to-day work, you're like, your lunch is like the last thing on your mind. You're like, I'm just gonna pay and get lunch every day. I'm just gonna pay and get dinner every day out. So it ends up just being something that it's a habit that you've gotten into, because it helps put this just eating food out of your mind. It makes your life easier, but what you're doing is you're kind of spreading yourself thin. The rabbit with the ship is spreading yourself thin here, and not even realizing that you're either it's finances that you're bleeding to restaurants, and that's a problem, or maybe it's just not good to eat out all the time, and sometimes you want to cook your own food. There's something to be said about the energy behind cooking your own food and eating it, and you guys are never home. You guys are always eating out. Let's just go ahead and pull some advice and see where the cards are going with this, because I feel like they're going in a direction here, and I think there's going to be some very poignant advice here. So let's see what comes out for advice for you Capricorns. Tell me more for Capricorn. Tell me more for Capricorn. Oh, by the way, if you guys like my readings and you want to support my channel, I would really appreciate it if you would check out my Patreon account. I have monthly readings there. I have love readings there. So come check it out. Support my work. All right, so I dealt your cards, and I felt the energy behind your cards, and what I keep getting is something really stupid, but I guess I'm just gonna say it. I keep getting pork rinds. Pork rinds, which, I mean, to me is just telling you, it's like, to me that's just like an appetizer, you know? And maybe that's just the message, is like, it's whatever's being offered to you, you guys maybe just accept, or, you know, it's like if somebody says, do you want to go out and get a bite to eat? You know, that's the offer here with the Page of Cups. You guys don't think twice about it. So Seven of Cups reversed here is almost like not having any control over how do I put this? It's really not knowing when to say no. Yeah, because look, it's like with the Five of Cups here, you might not even be hungry. You might not even really feel like going out. Maybe you feel like cooking for yourself, Page of Pentacles. But because somebody invited you out, Two of Cups, you don't know how to say no, or this is just something that you've gotten used to doing because, again, it's easy. It's like, oh, well, yeah, if I go get a bite with this person, I don't have to think about it later. Or it's just something that lets you put it out of your mind, and you let other people you let other people rope you into the same trap. Now on the bottom we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed, which does kind of tell me this might be financial advice. So maybe the reason that you shouldn't be doing this, you should pay a little bit more attention to the fact that you're getting roped into spending more money through like continuously going out too much because of not saying no to when your people ask if you wanted to go out. The Queen of Pentacles reversed is a sense of luxury or opulence. Let's pull some oracle card. I'm gonna keep this reading. This advice. Any more advice here for Capricorn? Any more advice? Wow. So we've got Mars coming out with the skull and crossbones. That's say no. That's don't go. Don't do it. And then looking down here, Gemini. That's mingling with people. So we're kind of obviously talking about the restaurant from before or the meeting place from before. And then the number 3 is it's a social number. So it could be that people are asking you out and you usually say yes. But in this case, with the key here, it's also to take control back of your life. You know, get some food in the fridge. Maybe just learn to say no some of the time. Because obviously, if you like to go out with friends, you know, the advice from the cards isn't to live a life you don't want to live. It's just saying have a little bit of discipline and control. The key is control, and don't just say yes out of habit, or just don't say yes because it's easy. Because it's easy to just put it out of your mind, and also because someone is kind of enabled you, right? So when people ask you if you wanted to go out, you kind of allow them to be an enabler for this sort of behavior, and you've been allowing them to enable this kind of behavior. So that's why the key is showing up. It's like you've been giving them control in a sense, and it's time to take back control and stop people from enabling you to do this all the time, because on some level it's detrimental. I mean, it's not my personal opinion, it's just what cards are saying. On some level it's detrimental, either because it's financially detrimental, or it's just a bad habit, or whatever. I don't know, but that's the advice here, guys. So Capricorns, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to check out Patreon, and with that, that's going to be your reading. I will see you guys next time.